You're probably wondering, James, you're in Modern Wall Street. You've been doing a little bit more live. When are you going to make it a regular thing? Don't worry, guys. It's going to happen very soon. Unfortunately, you're not going to see a lot of me, but maybe that's a fortunate thing depending on who's watching, to be honest with you. But the truth of the matter is, the breakdown all around, to be more clear with you, is that I'm trying to give the rest of the crew, as the boss, their chance to be on camera while I continue to get more business, while I continue to mess around with the technology a little bit more. But I figured I'd say hello because I'm no longer jet lagged. Yeah. If you're wondering where I've been, besides working a lot, I actually just got back from a weekend trip over in the United Kingdom. Yes, it was work, and yes, it was sports pleasure. Not only did I have some time at work, I met a couple of clients, prospective clients, got some contracts signed. You know what that means? More work, right? More staff, more videos. We also, was the first time in 9 years that I went overseas to London to watch Chelsea Football Club lose. Silence. 9 years, not once have I gone to West London and see them lose. And they lost to Crystal Palace. But you know what? I don't want to really think about that. I really mostly had a very productive weekend, both work-wise, catching up with friends, seeing people I haven't seen in many years. And I honestly, I hope you didn't miss me too much. I know some of you don't really want to see me, but hey, I'm the boss, right? But on this rainy and cold day here in the Big Apple, that's right, it's Tuesday, I'm here. I want to get the evening started because you know what time it is. It's 4 o'clock, the market's there about to close. Come on, guys. It's time for happy hour in the Big Apple. Now, stocks today, they've been trading in a narrow range all day with focus mostly on politics. Politics being the combination of Trump and China and Trump in China. That's right, there's a key meeting later on this week, that's on Thursday and Friday, between President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping. And I hope I'm saying that right. It's on this Thursday, this Friday, not in Washington, D.C., but where else would it be? At Mar-a-Lago. Now, last week, Donald Trump said via Twitter that this meeting would not be an easy one because, in his own words, we, as in Americans, cannot have massive trade deficits and job losses. That's right, Trump making political statements on Twitter, as always. Doesn't surprise anybody anymore. But going back to Trump in terms of trade, specifically fair U.S. trade, one of Donald Trump's campaign promises, he promised that the U.S. would renegotiate trade deals that he considered to be unfair. In other words, we're just going to have to wait and see this Thursday and Friday, and we'll see the fallout over the weekend in terms of how this conversation goes with Donald Trump and the Chinese Xi Jinping. I believe I'm saying that right. And speaking of trade, we actually had a U.S. trade deficit coming out today. It narrowed in February to a total of $43.56 billion. At the same time, factory orders for the United States, that rose roughly 1%, in line with expectations. And when you combine, we have Europe on the upside, Asia a little bit lower. You have yourself a session right now, just a block away over at the New York Stock Exchange, where decliners just a step ahead of advancers. You know what? I'm going to go on the iPad right now and take a look to see how the markets are indeed shaping up to close out the second trading session of the week. Now, Payless Shoe Source. Everybody knows Payless, you know. You love it at Payless. It's probably another commercial, who knows. But Payless Shoe Source, they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy this afternoon, about 10 minutes ago. Now, you would think that a company that specializes in quality shoes, quality products at a lower price, you would think that they would succeed in a relatively rough economy over the years, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It's like people really just don't want to shop at Payless Shoe Source. So 10 minutes ago, Payless Shoe Source filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And, well, because it's Chapter 11, it doesn't mean everything is gone. As a matter of fact, one of the most recent updates says that Payless Shoe Source will be immediately closing 400 stores in the U.S. and Puerto Rico. And that begs the question, isn't Puerto Rico part of the U.S.? But that's what it said on the market feeds. But yeah, 400 stores about to close, Payless Shoe Source in the U.S. and Puerto Rico. That's the big deal after hours. And with that stated, kick back, relax, stay dry in New York. Again, I'm really sad that I went overseas and did a great job work-wise, but when it came to Chelsea FC, it was my first time seeing them lose in person in West London, and it was very, 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 very weird. Left a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. And tomorrow they're playing what? Man City. 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's one we got to win because Chelsea's only 7 points clear. And one more sports note. You know I love my sports, and you guys aren't going to see me on camera that much anyway. Yesterday, opening day, there's only one baseball team in New York, and they wear the orange and blue, and they're in my hometown, Flushing, Queens, New York. I hope it can go all the way. There's a lot of hype, but fingers crossed. You never know. With that stated, kickbacks, I'll see you guys all very soon. For Modern Wall Street saying we're going to do some lives in a couple minutes, and a couple minutes in a couple more days. I have Jane waving at me. Bye, Jane. And then with that, I'll see you guys all, eventually. We have lives with Olivia DeVaz coming up. We have lives with myself. We have lives with Jose Luis Teatro and Remy Blair all coming up this week. And don't be surprised if we take it outside of the offices. We're working on it. For Modern Wall Street saying, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. Let's go Mets. Come on, Chelsea.